Hello, hello. Jessica here with Home Care Ops, and I want to wish you a happy new year. So, every week I go live with Ask Jess, and I answer some of the burning questions of home care owners all across the nation. And Yolanda asked a really good question. I think it's really fitting. And you may find yourself there, you found yourself there in the past, but you're setting at the beginning of the year and you have these really big things that you want to accomplish, whether it be a revenue goal or things that you want to accomplish. And like Yolanda said, it is the beginning of 2024 and I have goals in mind and I have them written down, but I have every year and I haven't got them accomplished. How can I actually ensure that I accomplish the goals that I have set out for this year? And I would love to hear from some of you who all have your goals and you're excited about them for 2024. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what some of your goals are. But like Yolanda, you may be saying, okay, yes, I want to grow by another million in revenue, or I want to install an operator in my company. I want to hire 100 new caregivers. I want to expand my territories. Whatever it may be, you have this goal set. But how do you actually accomplish it? Have you ever looked at the end of the year and then you've reflected back to what you said you wanted to accomplish and you hadn't really met those goals? I know I have. We all have. That may be you right now. You might not have accomplished everything that you wanted to accomplish last year. Don't beat yourself up because a lot of times we didn't actually set our goals correctly to begin with. So, and that's not our fault. We didn't know. So, I want to jump on here and Yolanda asked a good question. Yolanda, I hope this gives you some clarity. But for those of you who may be having the same question, or maybe you have your goal set and you're truly ready to start taking intentional actions, I want to share a little bit about what I've learned from my own experience and helping hundreds of home care owners now over the past few years and home care ops. And it starts with analyzing. It's really analyzing and prioritizing what projects do you actually need to work on to accomplish the goals that you want. Really, if you have a goal in mind, if it's to increase by revenue, if you were to increase by $1 million, what would that mean? You're going to have to hire new caregivers. You're going to have to bring in new clients. But that also leads to, if you're hiring more caregivers, who's doing the caregiving, right? There's steps you've got to put in place. So when you look at your goals, you need to determine what projects will actually help you achieve that outcome that you're wanting to achieve. And then prioritize those projects. And it's not about doing all the projects. It's not about having 12 new projects you're going to roll out this year. It's about having the 2 or 3 that will really help you to achieve your overall end of year goal. And when you determine those projects, protect them, prioritize them. That means that if you are prioritizing those projects that you know is going to help you get to your outcome, that you're going to be saying no to some other things. You're going to be outsourcing some things, right? Delegation is something that as we grow, I never would have grown a multi-million dollar home care agency had I not learned to delegate effectively and efficiently. But prioritize those projects and commit to them. And right now, if your calendar does not reflect your goals, then they probably won't happen. So, whenever you commit to put it on your calendar, make sure that you're creating space for working on those projects, space for accomplishing those things, space for growth, space for strategy on your calendar. I encourage you, go ahead and schedule out whatever that project is that you will determine this is the project that I need to accomplish to actually meet my goal for this year. Put it on your calendar, make space, make time for actually accomplishing whatever that project is, and then implement it. Go out and do it efficiently with your team. Get your team involved in getting those projects done. And I will tell you, whenever it comes to your goals, just like we just determined, you got to analyze and really prioritize what those projects are that's going to help you reach that outcome. You've got to commit to it. You've got to put it on your calendar. You've got to protect it. You've got to say no to some things. You've got to outsource some things. And then you've got to actually do the thing, right? You got to actually implement it. You got to execute it. Have your team be involved in implementing and executing it. But there's one other thing that will truly help you in achieving those goals. And that is surrounding yourself with like minded people, with immersing yourself into a support system, with having a network that you can plug into and say, hey, this is my goals. Give me your ideas. I want to learn from you. Who has achieved this before? And that's why we have the Home Care Owners community on Facebook. It's an incredible community. It's free. If you're not already in Home Care Owners community, I know a lot of you are watching from it. I'm getting a lot of thumbs up. Shout out to Home Care Ops Nation out there. I love our Home Care Owners community on Facebook. You're always connecting in there. But we're also having a New Year bash this Friday. The New Year Bash is where all of us home care owners all across the country and even outside of the country, shout out to Adrian over in the UK, but we get together and we just network. And the New Year Bash is all about coming together and speaking out and claiming this is the goals that I want to achieve, and this is the actions that I'm taking. And you're going to be able to brainstorm and network with other home care owners, some of them who have already accomplished what you're setting out to accomplish this year, some of them who are also aspiring to achieve what your goal is this year. And being able to network and brainstorm with each other is so powerful, because I want you to accomplish the goals that you have set forth in 2024. I actually want you to exceed your expectations and truly be able to be a successful entrepreneur, have the time and money freedom that you want, have the income to make the impact that you want to make, and truly make a difference in the lives of the clients that we serve, the caregivers that we employ, and our family that means so much to us. So I invite you, come to the New Year Bash, get plugged in with hundreds of home care owners all across the nation, and really start your year off with momentum. And I want to hear from you in the comments. Let me know, what is a goal that you're wanting to achieve? But I want you to follow it up. My goal for 2024 is, and then tell me, and I want you to tell me that action that you are going to prioritize doing, that action, that project that right now, today, you are prioritizing, you're protecting, you're committed to it, you're putting it on your calendar, and you are committed to implementing that project, because you know that whenever you work on that project, whenever you do that action, it is going to lead to that overall goal, that big goal that you have set for 2024. So, and Yolanda, thanks for such a good question. And for all of those who may have questions out there, put them in the community, or you can always go to AskJessNow.com. And in AskJessNow.com, I'm always looking at your questions, and I'm hopping on here to answer them every single week. This one's a little special, though, because this is the opportunity that I have to make sure that you know you have a personal invitation to me to attend the New Year Bash. And it's exclusively for home care owners, home care operators to come together to network. So come ready, turn on your camera, unmute, network with other home care owners, and let's roll into 2024 with momentum as we achieve the success that we want in our business and in our lives. Keep taking action, everybody.